of the Amazon Rainforest by Lynn Cherry. Two men walked into the forest. Moments before, the forest had been alive with the sounds of squawking birds and howling monkeys. Now all was quiet as the creatures watched the two men and wondered why they had come. The larger man stopped and pointed to the great kapok tree. Then he left. The smaller man... Go ahead, Ryder. The smaller man took the axe he carried and struck the trunk of the tree. Whack! The sounds of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard. Chop, chop. The man wiped off the sweat that ran down his face and neck. Whack, chop. Soon the man grew tired and he sat down to rest at the foot of the great kapok tree. Before he knew it, the heat and hum of the forest had lulled him to sleep. Snakes. Charlotte, go ahead. The boa constrictor lived in the kapok tree. He slithered down its trunk to where the man was sleeping. He looked at the gash the axe had made in the tree. Then the huge snake slid very close to the man, and he hissed in his ear. Charlotte, your turn. Sir? Sir, this kapok tree. All my food is in this tree. Very good. Now slither away. The bee buzzed in the sleeping man's ear. Grace. We fly from tree to tree and flower to flower collecting pollen.
They're not bees. Those are bird flies.
We pollinate.
They pollinate the trees and the flowers and the rainforest.
You see, all living things depend on one another. Go ahead. Fly away. A troop of monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the kapok tree. They chattered to the sleeping man.
Oh my goodness, why did I put on black? I need to get through.
It's okay.
My ring is in the That's where you got that one, you got that one more.
Soon.
The rainforest is really gone.
Please don't.
Cut it down.
A toucan, a macaw, and a cock of the flock flew down from the canopy.
They're feeding us on this tree. Sir, we flew away from us and see what happened to the tree.
Where?
But once there was life and beauty, we'll soon be gone.
A bright and small tree frog crawled along the edge of a leaf.
Miss Catherine, do I have to leave?
In a squeaky voice, he piped in the man's ear. Sir, a ruined rainforest means ruined lives. You will leave many of us homeless if you chop down this great kapok tree. A jaguar had been sleeping along a branch in the middle of the tree. Because his spotted coat blended into the dappled light and shadows of the understory, no one had noticed him.
Sir, I found a tree so many birds are napping. If you touch a tree down, where will I find my food?
4 tree porcupines swung down from the branch and whispered to the man. Willow, you're first. Sir?
Sir, do you know what animals are made older and never? Oxygen. Oxygen.
Noah, your turn. And sir, do you know what trees produce?
Oxygen. Oxygen. Oxygen.
Willow, if you cut it.
You cut it down.
you cut down the forest.
If you cut down the forest, the dwarves will get us all right.
Very good. Several anteaters climbed down the kapok tree. Several anteaters crawled down the kapok tree. The unstriped anteater said to the sleeping man, Sir, you are
chopping down this tree for no thought for the future.
you are not thinking.
You are not thinking of the children and animals who must live in a world without trees.
Very good. Crawl away. A three-toed sloth had begun climbing down from the canopy when the men first appeared. Only now did she reach the ground, plodding ever so slowly. She spoke in her deep and lazy voice. Sir, how much is beauty worth? Can you live without it? If you destroy the beauty of the rainforest, on what would you feast your eyes? A child from the Yanomamo tribe who lived in the rainforest knelt over the sleeping man. Sir,
Are you in God?
please look up.
Can you keep on the new eyes? You're not cut down our tree.
Now everyone call over. The man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him staring were the creatures who depended upon the great kapok tree. What wondrous and rare animals there were. The man looked about and saw the sun streaming through the canopy. Spots of bright light glowed like jewels amidst of the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the great kapok tree. The man smelled the fragrant perfume of the flowers. He felt the steaming mist rising from the forest floor. But he heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. The man stood up and picked up his axe. He swung back his arm as though to strike the tree. He looked at the animals and the child. He hesitated and dropped his axe.
Drop it.
What do you say, Abby?
I'm not going to cut down this tree. Make a path.
Yay! Remember, cheer.
Yay.
Yay!
Make a path.
Make a path and let Ryder out, yes. Cheer for him. Say yay to Ryder. Yay! Very good. Now you gotta stand up and do your bow, remember? We practice. Stand up in a line. I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Yeah.